Mm-hmm. Okay.
What 4 o'clock do we on it? Okay, so it's 4 o'clock. Let's call the meeting to order. We need roll call.
Gwen Beltkamp. Here. Terry Broxma. Dave Annabrock.
Here.
Renee Popkeys.
Here.
April Schaefer.
Here.
Jason Notaboom. Lee Ruvers.
Okay, next item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of October 8th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Support?
I do.
Okay.
Popkeys.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Beltkamp.
Yes.
Annabrock.
Yes.
Item number 3, consider variance for 1231 Taylor Court for addition of 380 square foot lean-to on the east side of the garage. Steve and Patty? Sure. Steve, do you want to give a background?
Sure can. So, pretty straight variance request. Application for zoning permit came in, and upon looking at it, just had some discussions with the owner, told him why I couldn't approve the zoning permit. The reason for that, basically right now on the side of the garage, they poured a concrete pad. Either for
We're recording, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, you're good. Sorry.
Okay. So there's existing concrete there now, and really the applicants just want to attach a roof line to the existing garage, come out with like a lean-to. They can better describe whether it's going to be a solid wall or a post. But the bottom line is it's going to be within 2 feet of the property line. So really the only difference is anytime you put a roofed structure on attached to it, it becomes part of the principal dwelling. The concrete was fine. That was legal to pour. It's once they put the roof over it and walls, it becomes a permanent above ground structure. So it needs to comply with the setbacks. Side yard setback in this area is 8 feet, and they're requesting a 6-foot encroachment to leave 2 feet to the property line. And I can answer any questions you guys have.
So I had one question. You guys can come to the podium to speak, but
Turn on your microphone.
is it mine on?
No. Yeah. No, it is.
Okay. So will there be walls, or is it just going to be a roof line with poles?
No, there's going to be a wall. Yes.
So it's completely encompassed.
I think eventually, yes.
Okay. And will it match the siding on your house?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's a good question.
You may.
How about the drainage?
Yeah, we figured that out too. It's going to have the existing drains that are there will still be utilized because we're just going to extend the gutter out and around, and it'll still dump to the north, which would be in my backyard, which is the spot it's been dumping for years.
So for your neighbor's benefit, for the record, there won't be water spraying off the roof
No, 'cause
onto
we'll
their
have the gutter
property.
along that edge.
Okay.
Yep.
It's good to know. We could just put that in the record because that comes up later sometimes. So.
I didn't see any letters from any neighbors. Did you talk to them? Are they aware?
Yeah, I talked to Randy and Pat.
Yep.
We talk a lot.
Sure, yep.
And years ago, well, a few years ago, he put a shed up.
Yep.
He had to go through the same process.
Yep.
And, yeah, he said if you needed to come down and talk.
Sure.
One more.
No one complained.
Do you guys have any complaints that were emailed in?
No, I did not.
I had received a call from Cindy Runger. Was that on this one or was that on the other one?
That's
The
okay.
other one, okay.
Okay.
So just for the record too, the city doesn't search for easements. So it shouldn't be assumed that there's not an easement there. So you just want to make sure that there isn't an easement along there. You're probably okay, but
What do you mean by an easement?
Utility.
like a utility easement,
I don't believe so, no.
I always want to make sure you knew that's on you to sort out since we don't, the easement would be recorded with your property. So
Okay.
probably don't if you're not aware of it, but,
Right.
but you might want to check your deed just to make sure.
Okay. Yep.
the other easy way to check for is just simply to do an 811 utility. I will call, because they'll mark all the utilities.
We did that when we poured the cement.
Right. So they would mark anything through your side yard.
Oh, okay.
So, and if there is something that runs parallel through the houses down their side yard, there's more than likely a utility.
Unless it's cable TV. What's that? Unless it's cable TV, they go anywhere they want.
Any other questions? Otherwise, somebody would need to make a motion.
I move that we allow the variance.
Do we have a support or discussion? Am I allowed to support it?
You are.
I would support.
Okay.
It is hard to see.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, all the.
Bellingham? Yes. Vandenbroek?
Yes.
Hopkins?
Yes.
Schaefer?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet.
Okay, item 4, consider variances to allow for redevelopment of 2607 Park Street, TPAAB Properties, LLC, Troy Winkle. Troy, do you want to come over and explain your process?
Obviously, I bought the doghouse property and I'm planning on developing it. And I had Todd and Steve out there last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that, and kind of came into a little bit of a snag due to the driveway that the city owns there. And we came up with a scenario that we had to get a variance right away because I want to get moving on this right away. And the reason I want to be where I'm at on that property is because I want these buildings and structures to all look the same. And if I lose 50 feet off of that building, it's really going to actually upset me. So, because it's just going to allow, it's just going to mess up the property and the way it's laid out. And I've actually right now, that building, I'm kind of planning on it being right in line with where Scooters basically is. So when you look down the end of my building, you're going to see right at their side of their building to the south as well. So I don't think really what I'm asking for is really out of line, because if the city's driveway was not there, it would not be that, there wouldn't be an issue with it at all on on that side of it. We wouldn't have to be having a variance because of where the property line actually is. So I'm asking that I be able to build my building within 10 feet of my property lines out there. So. And it's just the one building. The other one to the east side of the property will be just fine because there's
One on the west.
Yeah, this one will be on the west side. The first one will be running alongside Fairway there, so it's going to run. So
The other ones are fine.
the other one, will be, the other ones will all be fine. So because that driveway's, it's just where the driveway's located at on the property. So, and I could try and move it in further, but it's going to take away from my parking lot at that point as well. If I try and keep moving it to the east, and I've already moved it 40 foot off the property line on the west property line, just so that way we've got access to fire department, police department, employees, garbage guys, that kind of stuff, because they're inside. I think you guys all have a picture of what I'm planning on doing out there, and so it's just going to allow them to be that a drivable access. You know, Todd has asked for that, and so does the electric companies too. They just want to be able to have access all the way around the property. So,
Well, it looks like you have parking behind it.
yes, and that's where I want the employee parking to be able
Right.
to be, so that way we can utilize that whole front space. So.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Can you explain to me why the city has a driveway there and why it's cities instead of just with the transferable with the property?
I would say that happened with Fairway, didn't it, Todd?
So the doghouse was existing, and then Fairway come through, and then the DOT controls access to the Highway 18. And so there needed to be an access point, but it needed to serve multiple properties. So at that time, the city put in an access point to the highway there that would serve Fairway and the doghouse, which is now Troy's property.
Which that driveway was recently owned by the doghouse.
No, that section has been owned by the city since it was installed.
So you're talking about what comes directly off of Highway 18?
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
personal, this would be with the property?
No, his issue is right here, so this chunk is the city-owned property,
Oh, sure.
and he has a 50-foot front yard setback, which isn't an issue from here,
Correct.
but his first building is over here, and that's his issue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Dave, do you follow?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Clear as mud.
I thought it was the driveway beyond that
Nope.
to the building.
Nope, I got it.
Right.
That's probably more into this meeting yet too.
Okay.
Probably conversation yet too, so. Yes, right now I'm asking for the variance on that spot there, so I don't have to do a 50-foot setback. That'll allow me to build this structure as big as I need to at this point and to allow us, because if I take 50 foot off that building, it's gonna take a business out of this town too, so.
Any more questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Somebody would need to make.
Sure.
Am I able to make the motion as the?
I'll make a
chair?
motion to approve that.
Okay.
I'll support it.
Okay.
Schaefer?
Yeah.
Popke?
Yeah.
Vanderbrock?
Yes.
Belkamp? Yes. Passes.
Super cute. We're very excited. Thank you
Yeah.
for investing in
I
Sheldon.
hope it works.
It'll be good.
I just think everything in this town, like, God, built today.
Yeah.
But. Just a little bit. But you're gonna go with that.
I mean, the trees came down really quick, so I was impressed.
I know the building, but I decided that was what they wanted to take them down and all over the landfill, I could take them down cheaper myself.
Yeah.
So it's been a little slower process on that side of it, but it's saved about $50,000.
Heck yeah.
Well, it's been an improvement to the property already,
Yeah.
just by having all the trees taken out of there.
I'm sure the RV place is super excited about that. No more trees through their campers when the tornadoes come in.
Now, he told me the other day, he hopes that the tornadoes hit my place.
Oh.
He's the buffer. It was just a joke. Because they bounced over top of it, and it is way full time.
Yeah.
All right. Item number 5, board member comments and city manager's report.
Any of you have anything before I go? No? Yeah, I just have a couple of quick items. The first is 315 West 8th. That is the Den Hartog property that came in front of you March 15, 2022. So it's been over 4 years, and it's been updated to you a few times, but that went to a court hearing in March, and that involved not just the zoning issues, but it involved nuisance and dangerous building issues. So we're awaiting the judge's ruling on that one. Just wanted you to know. The next one is 822 5th Street. We have a hearing on Thursday. That's the Dvorak property that had come to you on February 26th of last year, and Class law firm hired by Iowa Community Assurance Pool is defending the city in that case, and that's all I could say about it, but that's going to be on Thursday, and several of us have been called to that, so we'll be spending part of the day in Primgar. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Just for the board's information, you have another variance application that was just received this week. So, and we'll be setting up a meeting probably for the next 30 days or so. So, just be aware, it's that time of year, stuff is busy. I think that's all on my plate, just for one.
You also have the sign code moratorium that went into place in March, and you're working on some sign code adjustments or changes that would go to the planning commission for approval. It doesn't affect you directly, but indirectly it does. So lots going on.
You guys have anything?
I think so.
All right, I need a motion to adjourn.
A motion.
Sport.
Roll call.
Belt count? Yes. Vanderbrock?
Yep.
Hopkins?
Yes.
Schaefer?
Yes. Thank you.
Good job.